President Bush signed a gigantic transportation bill into law today, a landmark measure in many ways. It is 1,000 pages long, promising to spend $286 billion. It has something for everyone, including members of Congress. They packed it with thousands of projects for the folks back home. The transportation bill also gives police across the country a new weapon to fight drunk drivers. It was inspired by the tragic and certainly preventable death of a promising young man in New Jersey. Here's ABC's David Muir.
John Elliott had just graduated from the United States Naval Academy. The 22-year-old was driving home for his mother's birthday when on a rural road in New Jersey, he was struck and killed by a drunk driver.
About 4 in the morning, there was a knock on the door, and it was every parent's worst nightmare.
Just hours before the crash, the other driver had been arrested for drinking and driving. He'd been processed and released by police, picked up by a friend, and was back behind the wheel.
The person that killed our son had been drinking for 10 hours straight. Shouldn't have been on the road to begin with. Certainly shouldn't have been on the road after he was arrested.
Across the country, there was no law requiring police impound a drunk driver's car. And the Elliots learned in their son's case, officers did everything by the book. So they campaigned to change the book. And in 2001, New Jersey passed John's Law, requiring police to take away a drunk driver's car for up to 12 hours following their arrest.
Before John's Law, if an individual was arrested for drunk driving, once they were processed, they were released. There was, however, no assurance that they would not return to their vehicle.
But authorities say John's Law solved that problem, and now other states may follow New Jersey's lead. It's okay. In signing the transportation bill, President Bush today cleared the way for states to spend $120 million in federal money on programs to prevent drunk driving deaths, including John's Law.
Before, they weren't allowed to use those federal funds to impound vehicles. Now they can.
The city of Boston had already implemented John's Law on its own.
It would have probably saved a lot of lives if we did it earlier.
The Elliots say their son would be proud today, just as they were, hopeful John's Law will keep drunk drivers from their cars. David Muir, ABC News, Palisades Park, New Jersey.
Our closer look for tonight.